chance at a curse? It's only a chance, I'll take that chance. Excellent. We get the blue candle. It's here. Wow. How often do I get to say this? Runic Cube is better than Snecko here. That's so cool. Dude, perfect. And for continuing the channel support, give me that dome. Gimme, gimme. A reasonable opportunity to kill our Burning Elite in Act 1. Not a great one. Also a really good path here. Fire, Elite, Fire. Fire, Elite. Elite, Fire. That's 4 Fires and 3 Elites, versus if we go for the Burning Elite, we only get 2 Fires and 3 Elites. I think I'd rather have the increased upgrades. Well, this starts out with the 4 question marks in a row. That could be a bit awkward. Do it anyway. So determining the ability to take on the Burning Elite. This is mostly the location of the Elite. The later in the act your Burning Elite is, the safer it is. Very notable thresholds that make your Burning Elite easier are going to be if there's a fire immediately beforehand or a number of fires beforehand. And whether or not the Burning Elite is before or after your mid-act chest. If it's after the chest, you get that bonus relic, and that definitely helps a lot too. Not always, of course. Sometimes you get a relic that doesn't do anything. But more often than not, this relic will help make the Elite quite a bit easier. So we can reliably gear up for an Act 1 Burning Elite with this much prep time. But I still think I want this superior overall pathing, getting a bunch of upgrades. Although, again, I don't like the 4 question marks. We'll have to see how this goes. I think even with 4 base energy, thanks to Runic Dome, and an upgrade on Bash, if nothing else, that first Elite will be manageable, regardless of what happens here, there, or anywhere else. Use both strikes. This enemy can attack for 8, 12, or 0, depending. Full block as much as we can. Get the kill here. Absolutely, said Ferret Boy. I think ladders definitely make me a better player overall. We started doing the ladder streak challenge on this channel more than a year ago now. A little bit before the Watcher was first introduced. And in those 18 or so months, ladder streaks have been a very significant portion of the Slay the Spire content on the channel. During that same period, I have seen my win rate at Ascension 20 climb higher and higher. So I definitely feel like I'm getting better at this game as I play more of it. And I feel like I owe a lot of that to the ladder challenges, especially ladder challenges that have forced me to play in different ways than usual. The small ladder in particular, where I had to win with less than 20 cards on each run, really felt like it taught me a lot about how to win with a you know, without adding a lot of cards, and how to manage the randomness. Let's see, Cleave or Headbutt? Headbutt lets me put something back on top. Cleave is great AoE, and I really like Cleave for our slime boss. Cleave is also a pretty good upgrade, 11 damage to all enemies, and I think we're going to end up upgrading it just by virtue of how many upgrades we have here. Let's grab a Cleave. Money and a Doubt. Unfortunately, with no shop coming up, at least none planned, we could get a random one. But I'm not going to take a stinky curse and then fight an Elite with that curse still in the deck. That's a bad idea. But I will take 2 random upgrades for 16 health. We can just rest at one of these fires to get the health back, and maybe we just end up stronger for it. A Strike and a Defend aren't exactly huge upgrades, but they do help. More block, more damage. Get full value out of a heal here for 35 gold, or take a card out of this deck. Removing a card lets us redraw the upgraded strike and defend more frequently. Yeah, I'll take a strikeout. It's a reasonable heal, though. You know, if you're getting full value out of the heal, it's a decent idea. And our last question mark, health for money. I'll make the trade. We said we could afford to rest. We'll do that probably in our next elite. But first, let's get Bash upgraded. Make sure we can apply Vulnerable for 3 turns. So we go into our first elite with just essentially the starter deck, right? We didn't get a potion. We only fought 1 combat. We have upgraded Bash, upgraded Defend, upgraded Strike, and 4 energy. How does that match up against an elite in Act 1 is the question. The answer may surprise you with how good it is. 16... Yes, easy block next turn. Bonk. Yeah, Brain Fist, I think that the ladder challenge definitely requires me frequently to try to win in conditions that are really adverse. So, you know, if we're trying to get 20 wins in a row, excuse me, eventually one of those runs is going to be really unlucky in its card rewards and its relic chance, in its relic outcomes and the events, you know, what have you. Not too bad, by the way. We only took like 12 damage there. Getting a Shuriken, giving us strength every time we play 3 attacks in 1 turn. Really like Disarm as a block card when we have Runic Dome. But yeah, the ladder streak to me is a big question of risk mitigation. You know, how do you continue to win your Slay the Spire runs when you get a bottom 5% outcome? How do you pull your run into an upright position after taking a severe loss here and there? It occurs to me that this path that I've picked for myself actually only has question marks and elites. There's no regular fights. It's not wise. Oh well. Blood for Blood's pretty good too. It upgrades to be 3 cost, 22 damage, and gets cheaper whenever we lose health. Perfected Strike. We already removed a strike. It's not bad though. Take the Disarm. I really like Disarm with Runic Dome overall. We'll get the Cleave upgraded for more AoE, and I'm going to keep going for this 3 elite path. Hey, meat on the bone. If our hit points are at or below half after combat, heal 12. That means I don't need to rest. We can just plow forward here. I will upgrade Disarm. 3 strength lost. So here is where the deck stands. Again, mostly just the starter deck and a few upgrades. But that's okay. 1 strength, please. Lose 3 strength, gain 2 strength. It's net -1. Ow. $28 gold and the boot! Whenever we do 4 or fewer unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. Thunderclap pairs reasonably well with our Cleave for some really good AoE with Vulnerable. Nice with the Shuriken too. Take Flex for temporary strength, or could take Sentinel for a block that gives us energy if we exhaust it. But I think this Thunderclap is fine. It even gets boot value. And we get a random combat, which I'm quite grateful for. Because 1, this is meat on the bone value, and 2, boot value. We'll get another card reward. With an offering. Lose 6 HP, gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards. I mean, yeah, right? Definitely. Not a bad clothesline either. We have the energy to play it, and the weaken is good with Dome. but I am definitely going to take an offering when I'm offered one. Especially with meat on the bone to let me play it to my heart's content. Hopefully getting one more combat, but probably not, right? A merchant. A merchant who offers me Chemical X. Fascinating. You know, I'm oddly tempted by Hemokinesis plus Rupture here. There is a Searing Blow, allowing us to upgrade it any number of times. Shrug is good block. Potions are not bad. We have yet to see a single potion this run. I've already killed 2 elites. Pretty wild. If we take the Chemical Exo, Whirlwind would become really good. I really do like this Rupture, actually. Whenever you lose health from a card, gain a point of strength. We take the Hemokinesis to go with it. The Hemokinesis and Offering both proc the Rupture, and we have Sustain in the form of the meat on the bone. There'll be really good damage output. Let's do that. Take the Rupture, take the Hemo, remove a Strike. Keep this deck nice and small. And then we'll make a priority to upgrade the Rupture for 2 strength per hit point loss instance thingy. No. Really better to do it this way. So, Lagavulin is attacking for 17. We full block easily. And we win easily. 18 plus 13 plus 10. So close. The Champion Belt says whenever we apply Vulnerable, apply 1 week. This Thunderclap is now fantastic, as is the Bash. Very, very good. Second Wind Evolve Power Through. Statuses. Not a deck that really wants a Second Wind or a Power Through. Seems like we're really heavy on the offense here. So I think we're going to keep it small. These would all like, if I could take all 3 of them at the same time, I would. We're not going to have any troubles against Slime Boss, I don't think. Skip. Get our Rupture upgraded. 2 strength per instance of health lost. Good. Oh, good. Excellent, next turn. Alright, 99 health, how about... none T9 health. Splits in 2. Got their respective things that they can do, or I can just split them both. The green ones have a higher chance to attack, but do less damage. GG. Alright, well, we have Rupture to gain strength, we have AoE Vulnerable, we have Shuriken for strength. Hard to go wrong with a Reaper here. Do damage to all enemies and heal based on the amount of unblocked damage that we do. So this is a good way to sustain ourselves through our self-damage. Otherwise, Corruption lets us play skills for free but exhaust. We only have Defense and the Disarm, so not a great Corruption. Or Barricade to let us retain block. Again, not a lot of block happening. This Corruption could become good, but I think this Reaper is much guaranteed to be better. Let's take this Reaper. Oof. If only he'd thought to take the Evolve. 3 relatively stinky boss relics here. All give me an extra energy every turn. The Cursed Key gives us a curse whenever we open a non-boss chest. The Mark of Pain puts 2 wounds into our draw pile every combat. And the Sozu means we no longer obtain potions. By the way, we found no potions in Act 1. Not even from the boss. Wild. Let's take a Cursed Key. Cursed Key, I think, is the least painful downside of the 3. We can skip chests if we need to, in order to avoid being cursed. Could be a Burning Elite fight, we'll see. Go to this fire. I'd like to go this way, we might not do it though. Let us take a few combats though, we want some potions. And stuff. The Frail. Definitely. 21 plus 12. So 21 plus 13 is 34. Or 12 plus 22, 34. One off here. So we'll go Strike, then Reaper, then Defend. Booted on. Don't really want a Twin Strike. I would take an upgraded Twin Strike. Would take an upgrade, any upgraded strength scaling card, or even an efficient, unupgraded strength scaling card would be good. No to the fire breathing or reckless charge. We're gonna keep it nice and small. Very much. Boot value. This is a more painful... Yeah, there we go. Upgraded strength scaling card. Heavy Blade Plus. Strength affects this card 5 times. Sure. Wouldn't have taken that at all without the free upgrade on it, but the free upgrade makes it an easy proposition for me. Snecko confuses us, causing all of our cards to be a random cost. Try to Reaper here. Fine. Actually, wait. It'd be better to get meat on the bone value. Perfect. Up to 51. Rage gives us block for playing attacks, and this is definitely the sort of deck that would really appreciate that. Yes, yes. It's also free, right? If we're just spamming attacks, we don't need to worry about whether the enemy is attacking or not. The rage happens regardless. I think that means I'm going to remove an unupgraded defend here, rather than a strike. Feels a bit spooky to pull defends out of the deck, but I think is the correct answer here. Chance at a curse? It's only a chance, I'll take that chance. Excellent. We get the blue candle. It's here. Unplayable curse cards can now be played whenever you play a curse, lose 1 HP, and exhaust it. Amazing. We have Rupture Synergy now. I guess that means we're going to be opening chests and taking curses, for better or for worse. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Move onwards, coughing violently. That's wild. Upgrade the rage. And man, we still didn't find a potion. Jesus, dude. Alright, we'll fight the Red Mask Gang, who will hopefully drop a potion. Amongst other things. Norson, thanks so much for those 100 bits. This would be 12 per enemy. Oh, more than that, actually. 15 per enemy. What is the order of card playing to get the most health out of these nerds? That is the question. If I Thunderclap, Reaper will get back 36 health. That's almost perfect. We do better than 36. Actually, it won't be 36, will it? Yeah, 36. We can Hemo first for the strength, but if we Hemo any of them, we're reducing their health. The problem is if we kill one of them before playing the Reaper, then we don't get back as much health, right? So if we go Hemo, then Thunderclap, that'll be 19 plus 10. A total of 29 damage. Bear just barely survives that. This looks good. We also lose minus 2 HP from the Hemo itself. Back up to 78. Good. And our first potion on floor 24. This is definitely our personal record for me of longest duration of run to the first potion, middle of Act 2. Incredible. Second Rage is kind of interesting. I also really like Burning Pact, letting me exhaust and draw. Especially with 5 base energy. Yeah, I'm going to take the Burning Pact here. And we're going to go on to our first... well, to our Burning Elite fight. A max HP Gremlin Leader. There's Rupture. Yeah, we can kill the Fat Gremlin, disarm the leader. Bash does how much? Not quite enough to kill the angry boy. Let's do that. Okay, the leader did attack. It was very weak. So just get hit by the gremlin again. Moogle King Mog, thank you so much for the 5 months. One more to that half here. Exact lethal too. Brutal. Art of War will never do anything, probably. If we somehow manage to not play any attacks, we'll gain additional energy next turn. Love to see Brutality. At the end of our turn, lose 1 HP. And draw a card. Yes, please. More strength and more card draw. Open the chest! Bottled Lightning. Start combat with a particular skill in hand. Offering in the opening hand is not bad. Yeah, offering in the opening hand is really good, actually. Take that. Right, I'm gonna just, like, not block at all, and we're gonna hope that goes well for me. Hence the poking. Toxic Egg will upgrade any and all skills we would add from here on out. There's that Whirlwind we wanted with the Chemex. I'll happily take a War Cry, though, letting me draw 2 and put a card on top. Ever worth keeping around for the recurring Rupture procs? I don't think so. Pain now would be worth keeping around, but I don't think Rupture is. Or Regret is. Okay. Ooh, upgraded Master Strategy is crazy good card draw. Just thinking about a card removal, but this is excellent. Yeah, this Master Strategy is excellent. Give me that. Regular Inflame? No thanks. We're gonna do this all with Rupture. Spoon for Rupture Candle, I like that. We'll be upgrading Offering so that we draw 2 more cards on turn 1. Which feels pretty important. Rupture. Can do better. Carnage Plus hits hard, but it's not a strength scaling move, so I don't think that I want it here. So Thunderclap, Emo, Cleave, Disarm. Bash back on top. Thanks for the full heal, hee hee. Man, this deck is so sweet. Vajra gives us yet another point of strength to work with. And upgraded Shrug is pretty sweet. Upgraded Arma could be nice too for upgrading everything in hand. We have an awful lot of draw power. This upgraded Shrug is awesome though. More draw on the Pact. Good recall here. Could make Brutality an ace. Could make Reaper do one more. Let's just upgrade the Burning Pact draw. They're never getting attacked on turn 1, but I'm just looking for, you know, Rupture. Just looking for Rupture. There it is. Sweet. These minions always attack for 7. That's the only thing they can ever do. Whereas Collector has a much more complicated pattern themselves. They always spawn 2 Torch Heads on turn 1. And they always use their Mega debuff of Weak, Vulnerable, and Frail on turn 4. Otherwise, they either Fireball or buff. Fireball for 21 damage or give everybody 4 strength. If there's not enough minions dead, if there's at least 1 Torch Head dead, they have a chance to revive the Torch Heads. The basics of it. More strength, please. Yeah, that was the Fireball. And on this turn is the Mega debuff. Bonk. Wow, that Heavy Blade slaps. GG. Elixir lets us exhaust any number of... Oh, Limit Break! And it already says plus on it. Hell yes! Double our strength. The Restrengthening. This is perfect. We're already doing lots of good strong, but Limit Break Plus is going to put us into hella lots of good strong territory. We finally found some potions. Elixir lets us exhaust any number of cards in our hand. That's okay here. I wouldn't call it amazing. Nah, we'll keep the other potions. Wow. How often do I get to say this? Runic Cube is better than Snecko-Eye here. That's so cool! Dude, perfect. Runic Cube says, whenever you lose HP, draw 1 card. Suddenly, no downside whatsoever for our Writhe Curse. No downside for the Regret. No downside for any of it. We're drawing an extra card from Brutality. We're drawing an extra card from Offering. We just get a ton of card draw with Runic Cube here. Now, that said, some of the other options are pretty good too. Snecko-Eye is 2 more cards drawn each turn, in addition to making our cards random cost. I think on average the random cost is pretty bad, right? 0 cost, 0 cost, 0 cost, 0 cost, 0 cost. We have, you know, Heavy Blade and Bash, but that's about it. Or Coffee Dripper. Gain energy at the start of our turn, we can no longer rest at rest sites. I don't think we need resting too much, and the extra energy is nice, but not nearly as nice as the additional card draw of this Runic Cube. Jowlge, thank you so much for the 19 months and the tier 1, and Zengineer, thank you so much for the 6 months and that Prime sub, the whole half year. Heck yeah. But yeah, let's definitely take Runic Cube. It's so cool to see that being the... might even have been the best single boss relic that we could have seen. Would absolutely not take a Tungsten Rod at this point, Gek. Tungsten Rod deactivates both the Runic Cube and Rupture from taking effect. That is the big sad. Pretty good path. 3 elites. An early shop. There's also 3 elites. 1, 2, 3 here, and a later shop. Let's do that one. Defense versus combat. I would take 2 normalities. I would. Sign of Rupture, unfortunately. So, regret is 2 strength and draw a card. So good. 2 strength, draw a card. More strength, draw a card. Won't actually kill them though. Draw a card. This Burning Pact really lets us get back to the limit break over and over again pretty easily. Okay on weekend with just Bash and Thunderclap are doing it, honestly, with Champ Belt. We could add an uppercut or a clothesline, but I don't feel the need to. Upgrade. Let's upgrade Hemo for +5. More strength gain. Anger's pretty good. It's just a 0-cost attack. Anger actually seems fairly excellent here. This is a late-game Anger pick. Yeah. I'll take it. Heal 6 and add a copy of this card to the discard pile. Straightforward, but effective. Go this way. More strength gain with Sling of Courage. Pummel is excellent. Sword Boomerang is excellent. Card removal is excellent. Let's cut a strike. Combust here is somewhat helpful. It does cause us to take damage once per turn, which will proc our Rupture, giving us more strength. Only problem with the Combust is that it won't benefit the Runic Cube, because it happens at the end of the turn, so it'll draw and immediately discard a card. I like the Pummel, though. Pummel's really, really, really good damage. 2 damage 4 times, and the fact that it exhausts shouldn't matter, because everybody should die as soon as they get hit by it. Lose a defend! Who needs them? Hey, congrats on beating the heart with all characters, Dome. That's a huge accomplishment, and certainly not easy to do. There's Rupture. So 14 strength on turn 1, for those keeping track at home. $436. Hold on, I want a Reaper, though. Bruh. Furia lets us gain strength at rest sites up to 3 times. Okay, even more strongitude. Dark Embrace. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw 1 card. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's a lot of card draw. I'll take it. That is a lot of card draw. Uh-oh. Spikers! My one weakness. No, Spikers. We need rage immediately. Please. So now with Dark Embrace in play, these curses are not 1 but 2 cards drawn. Beautiful. Spikers and Reaper, you take the Thorns damage first and then the healing applies. Pretty sweet. So for here, damage, then heal. Or Warcry. Enemy doesn't attack on turn 1. There it is. Rorg, etc. Norsim, thank you so much for that tier 1 gifted sub. To Hydrogen Slush. And Trampage, thank you so much for the 22 hecking months of support. And boom. Big strong. Regret is block and exhaust, but blocking? Blocking. Who needs it? Give me a curse. Another regret. Calipers were for people who have block. Instead, we'll take the blue key so that we can go to Act 4. Why is it so hard for Rupture to be in the top 10 cards, though? That's what I want to know. Oh. Oh. Could kill her now. Would like to heal with Reaper. Good. Boop. Magic Flower increases the amount of healing we get during combat, so our Reaper is 50% more effective. We could take a second Brutality or a Combust. The Brutality won't give us additional strength, but it will be one more card per turn, whereas the Combust is no more cards but is more strength per turn. I think I'm going to say no to all of it. Chop with 144? No. It is Jawworm time. Finally, Rupture was early on. Glorious. Nice. Caw. Easy. Another Heavy Blade? I think so. Yeah. I think so. Grab our last key and we'll use the final fires to lift. These curses are so good. I love it. Bonk! Pretty okay turn one. Now I have boot value. There's Reaper. Charon's Ashes. Whenever we exhaust a card, it does 3 damage to everybody. A little bit of added AoE is solid. Our potions are great too. Would we wait against Writhing Mass for a curse? I can't. I've reeked him, so I can't. I don't know if they're cursing me or not. Otherwise, maybe. Transient's gonna be fun. I think we can kill Transient if we can get Rupture down on turn 1 here. If we can get Rupture down. There it is. Yes, good. Strong bonkening. 32 strong. That feels like this is going in the right direction. Did 400 damage on turn 2. That's a pretty good amount of damage. Give me your health! GG, nerd. Transient down, second limit break. Yeah. Because we needed another one. And now we lift. Ha ha ha! The strunkening. Alright, Time Eater's a boss or whatever. That's not going to work out well for them. We do have to be mindful of that 12 card limit. Every time we play 12 cards, Time Eater will forcibly end our turn, gaining a couple points of strength in the process. Dang it, Rupture. There you are. $40 strong? 47 times 4? Seems good. Yeah. Nice. Got him. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread. Maybe felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of the bunketing? And the lifting, too. We are at 3 points of innate strength. There's the tungsten rod that we didn't want. Whenever we would lose health, lose one less. Medical kit could let me get rid of status cards in the heart fight. That'd be pretty nice, especially with the Dark Embrace. We can buy another Dark Embrace. Or yeah. Honestly, I think just the medical kit is good here. Stuff. Yeah, let's take the medical kit. Unplayable status cards can now be played, which exhausts them, doing 3 damage to all enemies and maybe drawing us a card. I could take another Shrug Plus, but I honestly don't feel like I need it. Skip the Shrug. Blunking is for fools or whatever. You know, we've drawn Dark Embrace on turn 1 like 3 times, but we've never drawn Rupture on turn 1. Oh well. C'est la vie and all that. Why is it so hard, dude? Come on. Doesn't have to be this way. Whatever. Wow. And what an appropriate last relic, the self-forming clay. Whenever we lose HP, gain 3 block on our next turn. That's gonna be a lot of free block against Heart. Like, a lot of free block. Second disarm for Hearts. We only need the 1. So, Runic Cube versus the Heart is where this really shines. Every time we lose HP, draw a card. Well, every time we play a card, the Heart does 1 damage to us, which means we can draw a lot of cards. Disarm. It's Reaper. Seal here. Always on the bottom. Why? There you are. Ha! Strong, please. And then we're gonna go Limit Break. Liquid Memory is the Limit Break. Played again. We're at 60 strength on turn 1. Which seems pretty good if you ask me. Oh no, I drew entirely status cards. Whatever will I do? $865 damage. Bonk. Hold on, we can do more. Do more. And back to full health. GG. Actually, wait. Yeah, let's go to 999. We can do that. We're not being attacked on this turn or next turn. Close enough. The 242 heal. GG. Hey everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Did you know that I'm live 5 days a week on Twitch? Come join us to watch me live, ask questions, or chill with the community. Click the link in the description below to follow and be notified when I'm live. And while you're down there, make like a sandwich and sub to this channel for more fresh Baylor content. Ta-ta for now.